The Baltimore stage suddenly erupted into a wall of screams on day one when Jimin made a simple gesture that left thousands of ARMYs completely distracted. In the middle of the lively performance, the audience's attention shifted straight to Jimin's fingers after he appeared to deliberately direct his hand toward the camera. A ring wrapping around his finger was clearly visible on the big screen. Within seconds, the stadium atmosphere completely shattered into excitement. The crowd's screams grew louder as the camera zoomed in on Jimin's hand. Rather than just waving his hand as usual, Jimin held his fingers in front of the camera long enough for the ring to be distinctly seen. That brief moment instantly raised a big question among ARMYs. Who gave that ring to Jimin? Speculation grew even wilder as some fans immediately linked the ring to Jungkook. Not without reason, their interactions throughout recent concert dates have indeed frequently drawn attention. Every small gesture between Jimin and Jungkook often becomes a topic of discussion on social media. However, to this day, there is no official confirmation that the ring Jimin wore was actually a gift from Jungkook. Therefore, these assumptions remain merely fan speculation based on what they saw on stage. Even so, that didn't stop the uproar in Baltimore. When Jimin's face reappeared on the giant screen, several audience members were heard screaming even more hysterically. Some ARMYs even looked like they couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. Attention that had previously been focused on the choreography suddenly shifted entirely to one small item on Jimin's finger. What made the situation even more dramatic was Jimin's expression after realizing the camera was focused on his hand. He appeared completely relaxed, as if nothing had happened. It was precisely that calm attitude that made fans even more curious. Did Jimin show it on purpose? That question then became one of the most heavily discussed topics among fans. Some ARMYs considered it just a regular stage gesture, while others felt the timing was too perfect to be deemed a coincidence. Moreover, when the camera shifted back to Jimin's face, he was seen smiling. That small smile immediately sent the atmosphere into a frenzy because fans felt as though they had just witnessed a moment left to be interpreted in their own ways. It didn't stop there. ARMY's attention then turned to Jungkook. Fans began to wonder how he would react upon seeing Jimin so casually showing off the ring in front of thousands of spectators. Jungkook's name naturally joined the trending topics. Video clips showing Jimin's hand were shared repeatedly by fans, accompanied by various theories regarding the ring. Some tried to compare the ring's design with accessories Jungkook had previously been seen wearing, while others chose to simply enjoy the moment without drawing conclusions. Yet one thing was clear, a tiny ring managed to steal the spotlight from the entire Baltimore stage. For ARMYs, it wasn't just the ring itself that caught their attention, but the way Jimin displayed it. If it was truly just a coincidence, the timing felt immensely dramatic. But if Jimin intentionally allowed the camera to capture it, then that simple gesture naturally turned into one of the most exciting moments of the night. Cheers from the crowd served as proof that ARMYs truly catch every single detail on stage. Even when Jimin continued his performance as if nothing had happened, some fans were still busy discussing his fingers. Social media grew even more bustling with various versions of theories. Some called it Jimin's mysterious ring, while others immediately connected it to Jungkook. Yet amid all the speculation, there has been no statement from either Jimin or Jungkook regarding who the story behind the ring actually belongs to. It was precisely that uncertainty that made the Baltimore moment so captivating. Jimin may have only shown his hand for a few seconds, but to thousands of ARMYs, those few seconds felt like a mystery-filled scene. The camera zoomed in, the ring became visible, the audience screamed, then Jimin smiled and continued the concert. And from that moment on, one question kept hanging in fans' minds. Was the ring really just an ordinary accessory, or was there another unrevealed story behind it? Baltimore Day 1 ultimately left behind more than just memories of music and spectacular performances. A small ring on Jimin's finger managed to create a new mystery that kept ARMYs talking long after the stage lights went out. One thing for sure, Jimin might not have said anything that night. But his fingers seemed to be enough to send Baltimore into total chaos. ARMY's suspicion grew stronger when Jimin moved his hand again in the middle of the performance. The camera that had previously caught his fingers seemed to find another angle that made the ring visible again. The moment was brief, but enough to make fans who had already noticed it burst into cheers once more. It was as if, once the ring was seen, ARMY's attention became hard to divert. What made the situation even more interesting was Jimin's calm demeanor. He showed no panic, nor did he try to hide his hand. On the contrary, Jimin continued the choreography while occasionally moving his hands as usual. That relaxed attitude sparked new questions. Was he genuinely unaware that the camera was capturing that tiny detail? On the other hand, some fans began observing every single movement of Jimin's more carefully. They tried to see if there were specific moments when Jimin intentionally raised his hand higher or placed his fingers in front of the camera. To them, it wasn't just the ring that caught attention, but also how the accessory appeared multiple times under the stage spotlight. The crowd's cheers rang out again whenever Jimin's hand appeared on the big screen. Some ARMYs even reacted more wildly compared to certain parts of the previous choreography. A moment that was supposed to last only a few seconds turned into one of the most heavily discussed details of the night's performance. However, there is still no answer as to whether any of it was intentional. Jimin could have simply executed a stage gesture spontaneously without giving a second thought to the ring he was wearing. Concert camera movements are also dynamic, so the appearance of the accessory cannot serve as concrete proof that Jimin intentionally wanted to show it to the audience. It is precisely this uncertainty that makes the moment even more fascinating. If Jimin didn't do it on purpose, then ARMYs may have just witnessed a small coincidence that generated an extraordinary commotion. But if he was aware that the camera was focusing on his hand and still let the ring be seen, those few seconds felt like a subtle puzzle intentionally left without an answer. And that night, Baltimore was kept busy with one simple question: did Jimin show it intentionally, or were ARMYs just being overly observant? The excitement didn't even stop inside the stadium. As soon as video clips of Jimin revealing the ring began to spread, ARMYs from all over joined in filling up the comment sections and timelines. Some claimed they noticed Jimin's fingers from the very first time the camera focused on him, while others admitted they only realized the ring's existence after watching replay clips from the concert. Various responses surfaced rapidly. Some fans tried zooming in on the images to see the ring's design more clearly, while others searched for recordings from different angles. Every video clip seemed to become fresh material for analysis. Even Jimin's hand movements before and after the ring became visible were scrutinized, as if ARMYs were trying to solve a little puzzle that suddenly appeared on stage. Jungkook's name surfaced even more frequently in discussions. Their closeness and past interactions prompted some fans to immediately link the ring to Jungkook. However, amid the enthusiasm, some ARMYs reminded others not to rush to conclusions. According to them, a ring worn by Jimin wasn't enough to prove who gave it to him. The debate ended up making this simple moment even bigger. One side was busy looking for potential similarities with accessories Jungkook had worn before, while the other side chose to enjoy the moment without attaching it to anyone. Those two different perspectives ultimately met on the same ground. They were all curious about the story behind the ring. What made the curiosity even stronger was that Jimin himself offered no explanation whatsoever. After the moment passed, he remained focused on his performance and interacted with the crowd as usual. There was no announcement regarding the ring, no name was mentioned, and no clues directly pointed to anyone. It was precisely Jimin's calm demeanor that left the door for speculation wide open. In the end, Baltimore Day 1 left behind more than just memories of Jimin's performance on stage. A small ring managed to turn into the center of attention and trigger a wave of curiosity among ARMYs. Was it truly just an accessory that accidentally got caught on camera, or is there another story fans don't know about yet? For now, the answer remains a mystery. And perhaps, it is precisely that mystery that keeps a brief moment in Baltimore being talked about long after the stage lights were turned off. Jungkook's name became increasingly difficult to separate from conversations about the ring. Amid the flood of ARMY theories, various interaction moments between Jimin and Jungkook resurfaced in fans' memories. Every smile, gaze, and small gesture they had shared in the past seemed to take on new meaning after the mysterious ring was seen on Jimin's hand. For some ARMYs, those series of moments felt like small puzzle pieces that were exciting to piece back together. However, the more theories surfaced, the bigger the debates among fans grew. Some were convinced the ring might hold a specific story behind it, while others preferred not to connect it to Jungkook without direct proof or statements. This cautious attitude is important because up to now, there is no confirmed information stating that Jungkook was the one who gave the ring,